I can't freeze these guys without insta-killing them, guys. So we'll try to find somebody who's strong enough to withstand the ice wave. It's so powerful, man. Alrighty. Yo, what's up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO PvE. Now, guys, I got a pretty cool announcement. This is actually the first PvE video that I have with my Asura, which is a pretty serious announcement because Asura back in the day used to be my main class in the whole game. I did PvE and PvP exclusively only with this class. Now, there's actually a little bit of a story as to why it's taken me so long to actually remake this character. Basically, you know, I accidentally deleted my alpha Facebook account, and so my characters have been stuck in alpha, as I've been saying it. It's like, you know, I just have not been able to get the character back. So it took me this long. I tried to contact Neopol and stuff, but, you know, at the end of the day, I just decided, okay, I'll just make a new character. I don't have to make another Sir Rick again. So made this Sir Magnus and made him a, I think I want to say like a week or so before the night. Sadly, my knight has already passed this character because she is my new main, as I've mentioned multiple times now. You know, I think I like the knight a little bit better, but that's not to say I don't like the Asura. I love the Asura for a reason, and let me show you guys. This guy is awesome. If you guys don't know the gimmick about Asura, he's a magic swordsman, basically. He does a lot of fixed damage, and he wears plate armor. So, you know, that was probably the big draw to me. Is like, oh, he wears the strongest armor in the game. So I was really hype about that. As you guys can see, I'm actually incredibly geared out on it. Well, I am geared out now. I'm not incredibly geared out. I'm also really high leveled, so most people are not level 55 by the time we get here. And those are other couple stories that we'll tell. First off, I want to show you guys the weapon that I have right now. It's a very, I would say, famous weapon. It's called the Shooting Star. I'm so happy I got this one. And I did pay a lot. I think I paid, well, I'm not going to talk about that, but I did pay a lot for this weapon. But it's worth it, trust me, guys, because it has the speed, and it basically is a katana weapon. So it has a fast speed rate of attack. But you guys can see, unlike most katanas, this katana is unnaturally long. Look at it. It has the length of a Zambato. So weapon reach actually does play a role in this game. So that's what this is about. That's why I'm using this. That's not the only weapon I picked up, though. Even before that, I picked up another weapon that used to be my main weapon because I use short sword a lot. And a lot of people will debate, oh, which one do you want to use, Rick? Short sword or katana? I just go with katana just because, you know, I like doing a little bit of basic attack. But there are some good short swords out there as well. For instance, the one I'm going to switch to right now, this is the Gora's Teaching Swiftness. This is actually a weapon that I used to use a lot. So this one is a short sword, but it has the length of a katana and the speed of a katana, a normal katana. So, I mean, this is kind of what I was saying, that like some of these weapons are really kind of unique. When they say unique, they really do mean unique, because some of them just have different, you know, hitboxes, different speed, attack speeds. They have different effects. Like, for instance, this Gora's Teaching will actually give me a buff, a haste buff. So you guys can see I can now move much faster now with the haste buff that is casted by the sword. So I like having that around. Personally, I'm using the Shooting Star anyway, so it really doesn't matter all that much. But, you know, point still stands. Pretty cool weapon. Now, I'm out of manas because I've been talking this whole time. My build is a little bit not suited to do full dungeons because I have a max level murderous wave. But that, as you can see, is not necessary. But, you know, it was that little bit of extra damage. I've turned it off since now, and you can see my HP, or excuse me, my MP recovering really rapidly now. Doing some massive damage. And guys, let me just tell you, I understand that as people will always claim, they'll be quick to claim that Asura is just a mixed, or excuse me, a fixed damage class, and I understand that. That's why most people do the short sword, because short sword generally has a higher int, or actually no, it just has a higher magic attack stat, so it can boost up a little bit of your base attack in comparison to the katana. But that being said, there's a lot of benefits of having a katana. It has a lot of faster attack speed, which is why I like it. So, all that being said, I don't think it's necessary in the slightest. I don't think it really matters because guess what, guys? You're going to be crushing everything, no problem. You can see that's... Oh, man, I don't think I can freeze this guy. You know, although we do a lot of fixed damage as Asuras, you also do have a few skills that are percentage-based too. For instance, your neutral wave sword is actually a percentage-based skill. Same thing with the wave wheel slasher if you get the grab off. So if you have a really strong weapon, those two skills, especially the neutral wave sword, which is something you can spam really often, it's really nice to have a strong weapon to do that with. In fact, I'm finding out that, you know, the ice wave, doesn't matter what you're using, it's going to do a lot of damage. But I found out that, you know, casting the neutral wave often is much more appropriate than just trying to use your big hitter quitters, because they got much longer cooldown. So you know, I like trying to invest a little bit on a weapon, and especially these two special weapons, the Gora's Teaching and the Shooting Star, both have their uses. So, but that being said, if you don't have those items, trust me, I have this current eye here. I can pretty much do the same thing just because of how much fixed damage I have. But guys, let's go ahead and redo that, shall we? That was the whole dungeon, by the way. I'll remind you guys. So right now, for this dungeon, guys, I'm going to show you guys that weapon really doesn't matter. Right now I'm running a unique. It is a level 30, however, so it does not have the same kind of stat bonuses, but you're going to see it doesn't matter because, you know, it's all about the level of your skills and the power of those base attacks. So really it is just the skill level that's doing most of the damage in these cases, and you can see how powerful that really is. I mean, seriously, one skill can kill all of these guys on the map, basically. The Ice Wave Sword, here's the Fire Wave Sword. And again, I could be using a level 1 white weapon and be comparable damage. So that's kind of why people are quick to judge this class as a really face roll class, because honestly the ratios are extremely high, and you can see the damage on the wave wheel slasher is not nearly as high as it was before with my good weapons. Doesn't matter though, still crushing so much face. So I have PvP'd a little bit with this guy. It's pretty much the only one I have any sort of experience on, and even that is rather limited, as I've been told multiple times. But if you guys are going to be expecting some PvP videos, it isn't going to be on my monk. Not really good at the monk. I've just picked him up, actually. So, but you guys probably will be seeing some PvP videos on this character. Now, I did mention earlier that it's like, oh, why is this character so over-leveled for this region? It's because since then, my knight has surpassed this character, and all I've been doing on this character has been farming the Corrupt Temple dungeon with this guy, trying to get a Flaming Binos card, because fire damage is actually really important. And actually, kind of going back on the weapons of why I have the weapons I do, this current A actually has the very fast speed. That's its unique trait, but it also inflicts fire damage. Same thing with the Shooting Star, is actually inflicts fire damage, which is probably the most sought out damage type for both these, for most Slayer subtypes, those being the, well, most specifically the Soulbender and the Asura, because if I'm able to freeze an enemy and not kill them like I just did, a fire weapon will actually break them out of the freeze. And when you do that, especially in PvP, and this does apply in PvP, you break an enemy out of the frozen state, they are standing on the ground, so they're standing on their feet. Because you notice that when you freeze somebody, and let's see, when you freeze someone, they just stand in place. If you use a fire weapon, it'll automatically break them out of the freeze, which is exactly what you want if you want to try to do combos. Otherwise, they kind of act like they have super armor, so, you know, other weapons might not do as good in that situation, because, you know, they'll have super armor, and then when they break out, they'll have an advantage. So I guess I might be able to show that off with the Gora's Teaching right here, because this is a neutral weapon. It doesn't have a fire element or anything like that, so I'll try to show that off. The problem of not having the fire weapon. Now, the reason I was farming Corrupt Temple, though, I can't freeze these guys without insta-killing them, guys, so we'll try to find somebody who's strong enough to withstand the ice wave. It's so powerful, man. They can't withstand it. But, okay, here you go. So you guys can see, he's just going to get out of frozen like that. Or he stays in the freeze status, and not much I can do. I can't control when he gets out, and when he gets out, he might jack me up. So there's the reasoning for the fire weapon. Now, like I was saying, the reason I was doing the Corrupt Temple is because the Flaming Binos is there. And if you guys know anything, even a little bit about the boss cards, or excuse me, not the boss cards, just the monster cards that drop from enemies, they give various stats. Well, the one that gives the fire damage is Flaming Binos, and obviously you can imagine why this card is worth so much in the auction house. I'm pretty sure a couple million, if not tens of millions of gold, because basically it allows you to pick any weapon, that being, you know, Gora's Teaching, that's a neutral weapon, any weapon in the game, and just apply the Flaming Binos card and make it a fire damage weapon, so making it ideal to use after people get frozen, which is more important for classes that actually have free statuses, but pretty much everybody is stacking fire damage like crazy, guys. I'm just saying. Very useful card. That's why another reason why I've been farming that dungeon so diligently. You can see the Ghost Orb doing some serious damage. Let's go back to our shooting star over here. And that's like my strongest weapon right now. It's also level 50, so... Oh, is this a PvP combos? Oh, I had to pick up an item. And he is so done. Yeah, and the Ghost Orb was coming. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I hope this was able to explain why Asura is... he is like the king, man. He is so powerful in PvE. And PvP as well. I really enjoy playing him. But a lot of people call him face roll class. I can understand where they're coming from. This class actually got a bunch of buffs, actually, in comparison to when I used to play him in the Nexon version. For instance, like this basic attack, the Wave Manifestation brand is doing like this shockwave thing that's shooting outwards. So it's crazy. It's nuts. All of these buffs are just really great for Asura. Makes him, I dare say, top tier, a very high tier in PvE. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Just wanted to explain a bunch of stuff with my Asura and just come to expect some more PvE content and especially PvP content with this character. But anyway, Knights, thanks for watching, and I will catch you Knights later.